This week, HopCat, Puppet 1, Little Z, and Director Cogger engage in an intelligent and insightful discussion about the topic you chose. This is a bit about...
Space!
Thanks.
Wow, what an intro.
Eli Lobash.
That was
I'm
sick.
pumped up and ready after that
He
intro.
sounded so serious.
Lobash? How are we spelling that?
Labash.
He's a big fan. He, she is a big fan, they wrote. So
Yeah, another
Labash?
viewer-submitted intro.
Yeah. Get yours in. We were actually filling up pretty quick, so we might have to start sorting through.
Yeah, we might have to stop getting people to send us intros.
Don't bring it
That
in.
was just the second one to come in, so...
Yeah.
Well, there we go. Yeah, today we're talking a bit about space.
Is space the biggest thing?
Yeah,
Yes.
except for my cock. Sorry, do you want me to leave for the
40
whole
seconds
podcast?
in. 40 seconds in.
I can sit this
Really?
one out.
Really?
You set me up for a slam dunk. What can I say?
I guess it depends what's a thing.
That's a good question. That's,
Wow.
yeah.
So deep.
Is space a thing? Because it's the lack of things.
What is space within? Anything?
It
Space
has
means
to be 'cause
nothing.
It's expanding, right?
Oh,
So it's got to be in something.
Don't say expanding. Zach will make another dick joke.
oh wait a
Expanding,
minute.
not as much as mine.
No.
Damn, it was right there. I missed it. Yeah, well, space is kind of just
Jackson,
the whole
are you
universe,
Googling is
right?
space
No,
a thing?
No, I'm just sending you guys something for my game.
Is space the
No.
biggest
Now
thing?
that we've started, I'll
All
send
right,
it
well,
to
let's tease it. What's your game, Jackson?
you. Mine's called Liars.
Liars.
In space.
Well, mine's 2 truths, 1 lie in space.
In space.
Mine is the moon landing, which is in space.
Oh, and a lie.
And mine's a choose your own adventure book in space.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I wrote a whole story. So let's save that to last because it might be terrible.
Okay,
Are you
okay.
guys interested in space?
Yes.
I
Yeah,
used to
of course.
I like space.
The
Used to
last
be one of my
2
favorite
years ago, I
things.
got into space
That's
for
pretty
about 6
recent.
months. Very into it, and then I lost interest in it.
What's
I
your
got-
favorite thing you've learned in that time? Sorry to put you on the spot.
I just kind of, I really picture myself looking at Earth. I'd like to do that in my life.
yeah, that's a hard thing to achieve.
You
Yeah.
ever do that when you meditate?
Try.
That's
It's
not a
hard.
smart goal.
And then I try and turn my head and look out into the vast nothingness, and that makes me feel good.
Yeah. Or if you're on mushrooms, maybe you could do that.
Yeah.
I think you're describing disassociating, Jordan. I don't know if that's necessarily good for your brain.
Yeah, you could
No, I
go
think
through the
that's
whole
good.
like NASA training process. I hear it's pretty hard though, so just take shrooms.
Yeah, or you could do just a lot of shrooms.
My favorite movie is about space.
Interstellar?
No, Space Jam.
Nice.
No, yeah, it's Interstellar.
Nice.
So I
I
didn't
should have done my bit about Space Jam. Maybe we could do a bit about Space Jam in
true,
the future.
Mr. Basketball.
Yeah,
I
what
think
a sick movie.
we have to do a bit about Jam first, and then we can do a bit about Space Jam, because
okay.
otherwise
Oh.
we'll get confused.
Once we use up all the single word podcasts, then we can start moving into double
Well,
words.
at that point, we could just make it about LeBron James, the whole episode. I don't want to get Jordan too
Oh,
excited.
I haven't seen
but
the new Space Jam, actually. The LeBron one.
Apparently, it sucks ass, so don't.
Damn.
You know
I think
what?
the first one kind of sucks ass as well, but it's just like iconic.
Yep, that's how movies tend to go.
Yeah, it's like they brought it out and it's like the same style of animation, which never looked good, but they just expected it to be better.
And I think because now it's like one of those things where the first Space Jam was like, oh yeah, kids just found it funny to watch. But now all those kids are like 20 something and they're like watching this new Space Jam and they're like, hey, this kind of sucks actually.
Yeah, 90s nostalgia is at an all-time high at the moment, I think.
Is it?
90s
Yeah.
nostalgia is really big
Look
right
at
now.
every movie coming out in theaters. It's
Yeah.
all fucking remakes and of stuff. They're
all
making a
sequels,
Harry
right?
Potter TV show. Did you hear
Yep.
about that?
Nope, that sounds terrible.
With who?
Yeah.
Harry
Can't be
Potter.
Harry.
New people.
Oh.
No, it's like they're redoing the same thing, but honestly, I don't know if they're going to hit the peak of the original because me and Maddie have been watching the Harry Potters and they fucking slap.
You know what slaps? Star Wars, because this is about space this week. We're back on track.
Well, Star Wars, they've done well with the TV shows. Something like The Mandalorian went well. So
Yeah, but
maybe-
they had to cancel The Acolyte, which was one that,
Who's that?
see why they cancelled it.
Jordan, I think The Mandalorian was the one good show and all the others have been not
Okay, well,
looked on
I watched The
that
Mandalorian and I stopped
favourably.
having Disney Plus. I haven't seen any
There's
of the
like
new ones.
5 others that
They made
were
a few.
all pretty average, except there was one that was meant to be good, Andor. I
I
think
haven't
people
seen
said
it.
that was alright.
Haven't seen it.
Fish and/or chips. Yeah, Kenobi was bad, and I was really hyped for Ewan McGregor to come back, and
Yeah.
then it was bad.
The fight scenes are cool, though.
Yeah, that's actually cool.
I
Should
feel
have
like
just been a movie. I feel like there was just too much crap.
Yeah, too much. That's the thing with me and TV shows. It's like, why it's also pointless because it has to fit into 10 hours of episodes.
Yeah.
It's like
Well-
you're telling one story. Just relax.
I don't think that's the case with like original stories, but I think with a lot of the remakes they drag it out quite a bit more. But like an original show, some of them are really
Oh
good.
yeah. Yeah, it's just
Obviously,
fan
but-
service can be pretty cringe.
Yeah.
Like Avatar, or what kind of shows do you reckon?
Oh,
Don't get me started. One that's coming out second season next year, Severance. That was a really good one.
Oh, yeah, I've
Been
heard
waiting
that's good.
2 years for the next season, so I'm hyped for that.
let's go. All right, should we get into someone's segment? I said I don't want to go
I
first.
think mine's a good like get to know each other sort of game.
All
So
right,
let's do it.
I asked the three guys. Now look at your phones and read this message while I introduce the game.
After 100 episodes. Hey, let's get to know each other.
A bit of an icebreaker.
So I asked the three guys who are three people you would take to space with you on a lifelong adventure, and then I added in two more. Now you guys have a quick minute to think of reasons for each of these because the other two are going to be quizzing you on them.
Wait, so you've sent us, is it our own list with
Yeah,
more?
with two more that I've
Okay.
added in, and you have to try
Yeah.
and the other two have to sniff out which two I added in.
I see.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So that's why it's liars.
Yes, space liars actually,
Yeah.
liars in space.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, this is going to be so easy.
for example,
This is so
Is it going to be so
do you want to
easy?
start?
No, it'll be too easy for me.
Okay, Zach, you can start.
Well, read my whole list.
So you read your list, and then these guys have I don't know
Work it out.
about 5 minutes to quiz you on the people.
5 minutes.
Or maybe less.
I'm not going to be able to keep a secret for 5 seconds, let alone 5
Okay,
minutes.
3 minutes, whatever.
No, yeah, okay.
gonna crumble.
Yeah, Jordan's-
crumble.
Okay, my list is Zack.
Well, no, sorry, that's just
That's your name.
Yeah, that's your name.
Yep.
But you're going as well. Yeah.
Maddie,
Okay.
Jeff Nippard, The Rock, Danny DeVito, and Shrek.
Who's the second guy?
Jeff
Nippard.
Nippard.
I don't know who
He's
that
like
is.
an
Fitness
exercise.
influencer.
Yeah.
He loves the stretch.
What
Why
the
do you
fuck
need
are
that in
talking
space?
Me
about?
and Jordan were just talking about this yesterday.
Yeah, and I reckon Jackson heard that and he's put it. He's
Well, the
added
first-
it onto your thing. Why are
Nah.
you bringing Jeff Nippard
The
into
first
space?
thing I thought about was like when people go to space, they have to do all the fucking muscle training. You know, they gotta like.
That's
the
true.
First thing they
That's
do
true.
when they go into space.
They spend a lot of
they
time
literally
exercising.
do like lots of squats so that their muscles don't turn to jelly. And I'm gonna be honest, I thought for maybe 10 seconds while making this list.
Yeah, I
Respect.
think all of you did, which will make this game interesting.
Yeah, like
but
I
anyway.
didn't put that much thought.
Who do we reckon might be a lot? I reckon Maddie's surely, hopefully.
Yeah, Zach's a good boy.
Yeah,
I think
hopefully
he would.
Maddie's a good pick.
I
You'd
think he
hope
would
so.
go with Maddie.
The Rock.
Yeah, I'm not buying the Rock.
The Rock.
I'm
Zach.
not
Tell us
buying
about
that.
The Rock.
Okay, he's gonna do all the hard work for me. On like a space adventure, they're gonna be killing aliens and that. Who's the action hero in every action movie? The Rock.
Why would you choose an action hero to defend yourself compared to like I don't know, a military?
Why would you
person
pick an
or-
actor rather than an
or like an
actually
actual
useful
fighter.
useful
Because they
person?
keep-
You watched John Jones a couple of weeks ago. You could have chose
What's
him.
John Jones?
Oh, the UFC fighter. Okay, maybe you wouldn't have chosen. My bad.
Did we?
No,
did you mention that? What the point of this? Did you mention that this is the people you're going on a space
Yeah, it's a
trip with?
lifelong space adventure.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you will
okay.
not be coming back to Earth. You will die with these people.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you're going
Yeah.
to lifelong space. Someone was asking in the chat, just making sure
Sorry,
to reiterate
yes.
that. That is a very important.
Perhaps I didn't say that, but yes, that's correct.
And yeah, I've thought of
Rock.
3 of these people, and Jackson's added 2
Yeah,
fake
yeah,
ones.
yeah.
They're trying
And
to
what were
find
the
out.
other ones? Danny DeVito.
Danny
and
DeVito.
Shrek.
And
I reckon Danny DeVito got to be real because Zach probably just looked around his room and saw the cardboard cutout and was like, "Yep, that's the one.
He's coming.
He's coming."
tell us about
Well, the
Shrek.
cardboard cutout actually isn't set up, but Danny DeVito is constantly in my
Yeah,
mind.
he lives there rent free either way.
and he would keep me entertained.
Wouldn't Shrek be kind of annoying? I don't think you would want to bring him.
This was the only context I could think of where Shrek could be with me. Like I saw an opportunity.
I'm kind of convinced.
I saw an opportunity to meet Shrek, and I took it.
I see.
You know what?
Jackson didn't say
Fair.
it that couldn't be a fictional character, so
That's true.
yeah.
All right, I reckon it's
Peter,
time to
who
sniff
should we
him
vote
out.
for?
Do we
Wait,
work
do they
together?
have to agree,
Yeah, you
or do
got-
they get a point for like each?
I reckon you get a point for each one you sniff out.
Okay, well,
Alright,
I'm
so-
saying The Rock for one of mine.
I agree.
Okay.
I'm not buying the Rock. And sorry, what was the second last one apart from Shrek?
Maddie, Jeff Nippard, The Rock, Danny DeVito, and Shrek.
Okay,
Oh.
here's the scoring. You get 1 for a non-unique guess and 2 for a unique guess.
This is I'm
Hey,
not,
I like
this
this.
is so
What does that
complicated.
mean?
Can we not overcomplicate?
No, don't worry.
it?
It's
Oh,
simple.
I get you.
It's simple.
I'm gonna go Jeff Nippard. I reckon you would like. I kind of know all the exercises. I don't need Jeff here with me.
I'm
going
going to
with
go
Jeff.
with Shrek. I think Zach's a fiend for a hyperfixation on self-improvement one at a time, so I reckon he was just thinking about Jeff Nippard this day.
Okay, well, wait, do I say it?
Yeah.
You both got 1 point.
Oh.
The
no,
Rock-
he got 2 points. Didn't
Oh,
he?
you both got 2 points then.
We both got unique
Yes.
answers.
You both got unique answers, but The Rock I did choose.
Why?
Fighting.
That's a terrible answer.
Like I said, I spent 10 seconds thinking of it. I think I said to Jackson, like, Maddie, because obviously The Rock to do any hard work and Danny DeVito to keep me entertained.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, I don't know if The Rock's
Wow.
actually got functional gains. I think is mostly aesthetics.
No, I know, but it was just the first person I thought of.
That's so crazy because I was pretty like, okay, we got The Rock locked down, and then it was the other one.
Do you guys know any real, like, military people that would be really good on a space adventure? I only know actors.
Maybe like
do.
the American
Jocko
Sniper,
Willink.
the real one. Not the one from the movie.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a movie.
He'd probably be useful. Probably not a nice guy though.
I think I
Alright.
did all right at lying there.
You did very
You
good.
get 3 points for keeping one secret.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's how it works. If no one
ridiculous.
sniffs it out, that's 3 points.
Hell yeah.
Can I go next to
You
get
can
this
go
out of
next.
the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, what do you mean? This is fun.
No, because yeah.
Jordan's going to be like LeBron James, John Jones, and then you're going to have added in Jar Jar Binks or some shit.
Okay, here am I.
Good luck, Jordan.
Holly,
Good boy.
Cracks up.
Elon Musk, Israel Adesanya, Jesus Christ, and my own mother.
This is actually tough because I know Jackson would have added in Poppet's mum as a bit. That's pretty funny.
Jordan, why you bring your mum?
She's nice. I want to hang out with her. I'm with her till we die.
I mean, you could be. How often do you hang out with her right now? Like,
About once a week or a bit less. than
yeah.
once
So
a week.
like,
Crazy
you already
that-
have that option.
Your mum got a ticket,
No,
but
but
then
I'm
your
not gonna
dad
just
gets
leave
replaced
her.
by Israel Adesanya.
Yeah, or maybe he's brought his mum and whoever he wants his new dad to be.
Yeah.
Well,
Which
my mum
I-
and dad are divorced.
Yeah, yeah.
So it would be very awkward if they were on the things together.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
you have literally just said your favorite.
You've just set
Unless
up.
Jackson's.
Maybe.
See,
maybe
I don't think
have.
he would have chosen a favorite, so I think Jackson may have added the mum. Let's keep going. Why are you taking Israel?
Well, he's actually a fighter.
Yeah, that's true.
And he could defend us. And I liked listening to him on Joe Rogan, so getting to hang out with him.
No, sorry, I don't know how much a Brazilian jiu-jitsu person is going to help
He's
you
more
in
of a striker,
space.
actually.
Didn't
more
you
of a
pick The
striker.
Rock?
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying that.
You picked The Rock for fighting, and I was.
I'm saying I don't think either of them are going to help. Because in a fucking spacesuit, how much jiu-jitsu are you doing? You need someone that's going to be good with guns.
And he's like, I like listening to him on podcasts and stuff as well.
Yeah, Jordan
Like,
hasn't
I
mentioned
think-
the fighting. He just wants to hang.
Well, the fighting could be handy.
He could
but that
teach you
as well.
jujitsu, so you could
Yeah, we
stay
could like
strong.
train like on the space station like
Yeah, okay.
forever
That's
until I
good.
die.
Who else was on there?
Who else was on there? It
Oh,
was
Elon Musk is
Elon
definitely
Musk.
fake.
Elon Musk.
Why are you taking
Israel
Elon Musk?
Adesanya, Jesus
No,
Christ.
I reckon he's taking it, Elon Musk. I reckon he's like, he's got the space shit worked out.
Yeah, like if anything goes wrong on a spaceship, Elon's got it pretty sorted.
I don't think he's like in the weeds of the spaceship engineering.
Yeah,
I
I
think he's
also-
more in the weeds of tweeting like a 12-year-old.
I think that's true, but I don't know if Jordan thinks that.
Yeah, you got to get into Jordan's head,
yeah.
not into your head.
And who was the last person?
That was
Jesus.
Holly and Jesus.
Jesus Christ. Might be a bit of a Shrek situation where it's the one chance you get to have Jesus along for the ride.
So why Jesus?
Do we want to talk to him? He's probably nice as well. Like I was a bit worried, like, oh, what if someone tries to get with Holly? Because me and Holly are coming.
Oh, this
Right.
is
No way is Jesus going to get with Holly because that's a sin.
This is
So,
fake news.
I know it's kind of like all good.
You've said all of Jordan's are fake.
No, I know.
So
who
are you
is
scared of taking Israel with you because he might steal Holly off you?
I reckon he's
No, Israel's
pretty
his new dad.
Oh, right.
because I'm taking all of them. Remember? this?
Yeah, no, I know you're not. So they go in pairs?
I think I've come around and I actually do think Elon Musk is fake. I'm going to lock in Elon Musk and Poppet's mum is the fake ones.
That's some good
Alright.
I
guesses.
think you were like me. You chose Maddie and then you chose two like celebrities, which were Israel and Elon Musk.
I'm going to
could've-
pick Israel Adesanya.
Didn't you say Elon was a fake?
No. I said that your mum and Jesus was the fake, didn't I?
Oh, I thought you
That's-
said
I'm
Elon.
sorry. That's what I meant.
Elon? No, sorry. His mum
Wait,
And
who's
Jesus.
fake?
and Jesus.
Okay.
I'd say,
Yes.
I think Israel Adesanya's fake, and I also think the mum is fake. I don't think Jordan wants to hang out with his mum that often.
Wait, and who was the other one you thought was fake?
Israel.
Oh, Peter's nailed it.
Yes,
Well
let's
done.
go.
Well
Let's
done,
So you
Peter.
did choose Jesus.
I chose Jesus. I reckon that was pretty good. Hang out with Jesus.
And you picked
Your
Elon Musk.
description for Jesus sounded so sus.
It sounds
You're like,
sus.
oh, if anyone tries to sleep with Holly, it wouldn't be Jesus.
It wouldn't. I know, but he's a person who's got to like not cause any fights. Not you don't want to have like beef. Like Adesanya, that could cause beef. That could go terribly wrong. I would not bring
And you don't think
Adesanya
you'd
with
have
me.
beef with Elon Musk?
No, but I reckon I could beat him up. Adesanya, I'm dead.
Oh,
Elon,
true. You're the You know, Israel could beat you up, but if you're the king of jiu-jitsu, then you can take down
Exactly.
Elon
I
Musk.
can lead
and-
the ship, and like Elon can be like the smart guy who's like, okay, Elon, something's gone wrong. You need to figure this out. I reckon he's got a better chance than anyone else I would know. Jesus would keep the vibes good, and then I'm with Holly.
Okay, so Jordan got 0 points because
No,
he
no,
kept
he
no
got-
secrets.
No, Zach got one of them.
Yeah,
No,
but-
it doesn't matter. They
got
got sniffed
sniffed
out
out
by
by
someone.
someone.
Yeah, fair
3
enough.
points for Peter and 1 point for Zach.
Peter's killing
Perfect.
the game.
All right, Peter, your turn.
All right. I have on my spaceship
So wait,
me.
can we do a points recap? I'm on 4.
Oh,
Hey, you're on 4. You're on 3.
No, I got 3 for no one sniffing me out and just 1 just then.
Yeah, you get 3 for no sniffers.
I'm on 5.
am I on 2? I'm on 2.
Yeah, 2.
I'm on 5. All right.
We got to sniff him out.
On my spaceship, we have me.
Yep.
We have Sophie. We have David Attenborough. We have Albert Einstein. We have Will Smith. And we have Amy Schumer.
There's no way you got.
I really want to come out the gate with Will Smith and Amy Schumer both fake, but I feel like one of them's got to be real. I feel like Peter would have been like for the last one just thrown in a random one anyway.
It would be pretty crazy. I'm not saying I didn't if I just put Will Smith and Amy Schumer in the mix and just said have fun.
I want to hear about Amy Schumer.
It should be a laugh.
No, that's
You do not believe that.
She's a comedian.
but she's not funny.
No, but okay, if she's not funny, then why is she a popular comedian?
Beats me.
Peter be like, oh well, she's popular, so people like. She must be good.
She's
It's
funny.
so opposite to Peter.
What do you mean?
Peter,
Look
like,
at
listen
him.
to his music
Peter
taste.
would go. He would be trying to look bad to convince us opposite.
What?
No. He didn't know this
That's a
game.
good
He didn't know
play.
that this would be the game.
I
didn't
mean,
know this would
now
be the game.
he's trying to like. He's not defending it that much because he wants us to think it's fake.
Oh. No, but I reckon there's just no way you could defend Amy Schumer.
But I like different perspectives. Okay, shoot me. Like I could pick Jimmy Carr.
This
He's got a
guy.
similar sense of humor to me, and he makes offensive jokes. Goes, ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, I reckon you would
But
pick Jimmy Carr.
Yeah, you don't want an echo
Amy's-
chamber.
I don't. Yeah,
out there.
it's we're literally in a chamber 24/7. I don't want this echo chamber. I'm getting Amy Schumer there because she must be cooking if she's that popular. And I don't get it. I don't get it, but she's got to be funny.
Interesting.
Probably funnier than the average person.
Yeah.
If she's made it that far.
Yeah, she's very funny.
Okay, what about David Attenborough?
Well, if you see any alien life, you got to be able to have someone to narrate it for you in the best fucking voice you've ever heard.
That's pretty sick.
Like you-
Oh god, I feel like all these explanations are gonna be.
What about Einstein? I reckon. Okay, yeah, go Einstein.
Well, it's kind of like your Elon Musk one if the guy
that's
was
what I
actually
thinking.
smart.
Yeah. All right. I like
Yeah,
it.
okay.
I like it.
Like it's pretty simple. Like he
I should've
came up with
chosen-
the theory of relativity. You know, like he is the goat of space
But he
travel.
wasn't around with space ships.
I reckon he would
Space has
catch up
been
pretty
around
quickly.
for a while,
he
Jordan.
would like walk around and look at the spaceship and be like, I get it.
Yeah, sick.
You know, I rate that Einstein, I reckon, is super
I think
legit.
Einstein, yeah, might be.
Sophie, pretty legit.
They're all
Who's
pretty
that
legit.
leave? Will Smith?
Yeah, Will Smith.
That's pretty legit. Yeah,
That's
tell us
pretty
more
legit.
about
Hey,
why.
why?
Well,
Will
he's
Smith.
another funny person, but not only this, he's a great voice, you know, and he just keeps it light, you know what I mean? And when I have him there with Sophie, he is not going to be disrespectful towards someone else's woman because we've seen how he feels about that.
Wow.
You know, like if you speak badly of his woman, he slaps the shit out of you. Do you think he's going to be trying to make moves on Sophie?
Oh, so similar to my Jesus pick.
Jesus, Will Smith, you know, potato.
There's some
reckon-
good voices out there. Will Smith.
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, like, you know, David Attenborough, he's like, here we are. And then Amy Schumer's being hilarious as usual with Smith with his funny voice.
Zach, I don't know if you noticed, but he explained a lot for Will Smith and Amy compared to the other ones. He kept pretty short and simple there. So that's what,
Yeah,
those
but
are my
I-
bets. I'm locking them in.
I'm
Will
gonna-
Short
Smith-
and simple.
Will Smith and Amy.
I'm going to go for a huge play. I think the real ones Peter chose were David Attenborough, Albert Einstein, and then rule of threes, he chucked on Amy Schumer. I'm going to say Sophie and Will
crazy.
Smith are the fakes.
Crazy.
Are we locked in?
Yeah.
I'm locked in.
So What do you guess, Jordan?
Will Smith and Amy Schumer.
So my fake ones were David Attenborough and Will Smith. I'm taking Sophie, Albert, and Amy with me.
So no one, you didn't get any. They both got sniffed out.
Yeah, they both got sniffed out,
And
but
they were both
separately.
unique. So
4 points.
Yeah.
Oh,
2
I ended
points
on
each for you.
2 points. I'm on 6.
No points for Peter.
I'm on 4.
I win.
You won. Well
Yay.
done.
Wow.
And that is the game. It's called Space. No, wait. Liars in Space.
That's
That was very
crazy.
funny.
Liars in Space.
You've actually picked Amy. Respect.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah, fair enough.
She's
Yeah, I
funny.
love that.
I haven't really seen
I didn't
much
know
of
what to do when you had Amy on your list. Like, do I lean into it?
I don't want to lead into what?
Like, I didn't. No, just,
I don't know what you're talking about.
It would seem like a
Did we
crazy
both
pick.
say Amy was the...
I said
yeah,
Amy,
we both
yeah.
got that one. But the
Peter
fake
was
one
playing the
was
game before the game was
Einstein,
there.
was it?
No,
Attenborough.
David.
Yeah.
David.
We're on a first
Attenborough.
name basis, but
True,
he's not on
'cause
my
he'd probably
spaceship.
just die pretty quick.
Yeah,
as well.
he'd be pretty useless.
Well,
Yeah.
Einstein's a bit dead.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think.
yeah.
Yeah,
Jesus, he died a long time ago.
Oh, yeah. What am I even talking about
Shrek,
anymore?
never alive.
True. Maybe I'd get
Never
like a
dead.
baby. Bring just a baby.
what if that was on the list?
I
It's
should
like
have
these
just said a baby.
a baby.
Not even your baby, just a baby.
Well, I could raise it. You know what I mean?
Do we want to keep with the silliness or do we want to...
I'm in a bit of a silly mood now. I don't mind keeping with the silliness.
All right.
What-
Whoa.
Mine's
I'm feeling a bit.
I'm feeling a little random.
mine's pretty fucking silly, so I'll go next.
Oh.
It is about the moon landing. So, my segment is going to be a tournament, and we're going to find out. I've got a list here of 16 phrases that were alternate things that Neil Armstrong could have said when he first stepped on the moon, and we're going to find out what is the best thing that he could have said.
I
with-
forgot to think about this.
Well, think about it now. With 13 of my ideas, and I asked you all for an idea.
Yep. Do we send it to you so it's anonymous so I don't
No,
just
I'll just
downvote
get you to read
Jordan?
it out when I've randomized the tournament seeding. You'll be happy to know.
Oh, so it'd be
Good,
like
good.
Jordan saying versus whatever you've come up
Yeah.
with. Yeah.
And I have come up with 13 myself.
Yeah.
So first we're going to be choosing between just 2 of mine. And they are... So you got to imagine Neil Armstrong, he's getting out of the shuttle, he's stepping on the moon, and this is the first thing he
What's
says.
the real quote again?
That's one small step for man.
step for man. One giant leap for mankind.
Yeah,
pretty
just
good.
imagine that voice, because I'm not doing that.
Okay.
All right, first quote. This is the first time in history that Buzz Aldrin hasn't come first. Just getting a bit of a dig at Buzz.
Yeah.
Nice.
Next
Quick
one.
drive by on Buzz, yeah.
NASA stands for Neil Armstrong, sex aficionado.
Yeah. Isn't aficionado spelled with an E?
No, it's A.
It's A. Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was an
Trust
O.
me, I looked up synonyms of expert.
Okay, the second one.
Yeah, the second one's
Yeah.
sick. The
All
second
right,
one's
come
so
on.
sick.
Makes it through.
Gas it up.
Next round, we got Jackson's quote.
Get a load of this. Space.
Get a load of this. Space.
Oh, hang on. First.
Okay. That's coming up against my one. To my high school girlfriend Chelsea that... Oh, sorry. To my high school girlfriend Chelsea that cheated on me, you a hoe. What do we like out of those?
The second one.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think yours.
You
wins that.
imagine you're on TV in front of millions of
Yeah.
people. Like the whole world has stopped to watch this momentous moment in history, and you're just
Yeah.
there to absolutely shit on this.
would probably
That's the
be the
context.
most iconic like moment in pop culture history. A one.
Yeah, that would be sick as fuck.
Yeah,
that's
it would
the
be like a
context I'm going
Kanye,
with.
like,
Yeah.
we'll never know.
Yeah.
I guess we'll never know.
All right, next up, we've got... Yo, fellas, you ever get mooned on the moon and then he rips a hole in his spacesuit
wins.
to moon them?
That
And it
wins.
also
Dies?
kills him instantly.
That one wins.
Coming up against Luna, I hardly know her.
I really like the first
Yeah, the
one.
first one.
That was so
Alright.
good.
Yeah, that one's sick as fuck.
Jordan, we got your quote next.
Yep. And that's coming up after your one.
Oh, okay. So my one is, for people who say they're Russian, you sure took your time to get here.
Oh,
Yeah, Jordan, good luck.
fuck.
And then the other one is
Here it is, as follows.
We'll be
What?
saying in just a minute.
Yep.
I'm excited.
not much up here.
Yeah, okay, go with the Zack's one.
Okay. Next up,
Not much up here.
we've got, that's one small step for man, one giant hog in my pants. That's coming up against, looks like these 3 crackers finally got their cheese.
Yeah, that one.
I like that.
crackers?
Were they
Okay.
all white? They, yeah, it
yeah.
probably was. Yeah.
Next up, Peter's quote.
All right. Why is it called space when there's not much space in this plane?
We did. Peter, Zack messaged us yesterday, by the way, guys.
Yeah,
What do you mean? I came up with that ages ago. What the hell do you mean?
I did say to prepare something. I didn't put them on the spot. Otherwise,
What do you mean?
Clearly, none of us.
so
I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
looked at that message and it's just left my mind until this very moment.
all right. So Peter's quote is coming up against. Look, guys, I'm the first non-pedophile to moonwalk.
Who said that before?
I feel like they
Michael
didn't have
Jackson?
it. I think mine's got to win.
Yeah, I reckon Peter's wins because that
There you
doesn't
go.
make any sense.
Well, it's
Why
only
is it
got-
called space when there's not much space on this plane?
This plane.
I think if you said rocket, it would have been a lot worse. But the plane gets
Yeah,
me.
okay, fine.
All right, last two rounds. First, we've got. Now that's a victory royale for America.
Whoa, ahead of his time.
That's coming up against. What's up, Earth? I just made a Patreon, so check it out for bonus content. And tier 2 subscribers get their name on the moon.
I like the first one because saying Victory Royale that ahead of time.
Yeah, that's
would be
good. I'll
very
go with that.
impressive.
I
yeah.
agree.
Good.
All right, that wins. Last round. Hey, ladies, you want to know why they call me Armstrong? And then he curls like 3 times, like 100 kilos because
Yeah.
he's on the moon, low
Right.
gravity.
Yeah, it's sick.
Or,
I like that.
yo, Spielberg, how do I look on camera?
Oh, because it's
It's like
fake.
the moon landing's fake.
Nice. I'll go with the first one.
Oh.
That's
Right.
a sick move.
I like the first one. Actually, is the
Armstrong.
only thing I reckon could have beat the original quote that I've
Okay.
been hearing.
Nah,
so far.
the cheating girl one
on
was
the
pretty
moon
good too.
actually would
On
be
the moon.
The mooning on the moon.
All right, round 2. We're going to have some favorites pitted against each other. We got...
Hey, I'm in round 2. Are you in round 2?
No.
No, the
Jackson?
other boys are.
Ooh.
Did not make
Yeah,
it.
we should have planned ahead like Peter.
Yeah.
This is a lesson for everyone at home. Study.
All right, round 2, we got... NASA stands for Neil Armstrong, sex aficionado.
Yeah.
Versus, to my high school girlfriend Chelsea that cheated on me, you a hoe.
I'm going
I like
with
the second one.
Yeah, the second one.
Second
Yeah?
one's a winner.
You a hoe? Okay. Then we have, yo fellas, you ever get mooned on the moon? And
Yeah.
he rips open his spacesuit.
That one is pretty good.
I like
That's
that
coming
one.
up against, for people who say they're Russian, you sure took your time to get here.
Oh.
Such a
Oh,
good
that's
burn.
good.
Oh.
Who
good.
seeded this tournament?
Yeah. That's seed 1 and 2 going up against each other.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the first one.
Oh,
The moon
I like
on
the
the
Russian
moon.
one. I think
Oh,
it's up to
no,
you,
no,
Jordan.
no,
Deciding
no.
vote.
Honestly, I reckon the Russian one's such a good burn. I'm going to
Damn.
go with it.
And you don't die.
And then you don't die. Yeah.
Which is big.
We've got, looks like these 3 crackers finally got their cheese.
That's the
coming
winning
up
whole
against Peter's quote.
Which was?
Why is it called space when there's not much space on this plane?
Yeah, okay, cheese.
The cheese.
Cheese.
I'm going with
Okay.
cheese.
But it was close.
It was close. It took me a while there.
Last one in round 2, we've got, now that's a victory royale for America. And that's versing, hey ladies, you want to know why they call me Armstrong with the 100 kilo
I'm
bicep
going
curl?
Armstrong.
Armstrong.
Armstrong,
Yeah.
okay. Semi-finals now.
We got 4 left.
Yep.
Wow.
So the second one was, to my high school girlfriend Chelsea that cheated on me, you a hoe.
Yep.
That's against, for people who say they're Russian, you sure took your time to get here.
Ooh, I like the Russian one. They're both kind of a burn, but one's against a whole country.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. That's like a war starting burn,
Yeah.
which is real. That's
And I
iconic.
can actually
this was
see them
during the
almost
Cold
saying
War,
them, right?
wasn't
Yeah,
it?
that's actually great.
Yeah,
and it is
they're
during
Russian.
the Cold War. Yeah.
All right. That's made it to finals.
Wow.
And the next one is, looks like these 3 crackers finally got their cheese against,
liking.
hey ladies, you want to know why they call me Armstrong?
That one, I like the Armstrong one. That's so sick.
I'm going crackers.
I'm going Armstrong. I'm going Armstrong.
Yeah,
I can
nice.
picture it. It looks pretty cool.
It's like you're the
It's a
first person in
huge
low
bicep
gravity.
curl.
and you're probably the first person who could lift that much with a.
Exactly,
Bicep
because
curl.
I think it's 1/6 of the gravity, and so you could lift 6 times as much.
Wow.
So the grand final is, for people who say they're Russian, you sure took your time to get here. And that is versing, hey ladies, you want to know why they call me Armstrong?
Ooh.
I'm proud of us. These are the best 2, I think.
This is like peace versus war right now. Do you want the diss or the
Ooh.
pleasant?
Yeah,
flex?
because Neil Armstrong wants a piece of that ass, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Armstrong. I'm going with it.
All right.
I'm going
Iconic.
with the other one, so Peter gets to decide.
Oh, the other one, you clearly liked it a lot.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was.
The Russian one.
Russian. Yeah, that's it.
I'm going to go with the Russian one. I think it would change the course of
Nice.
history.
Okay, yeah, that'd be maybe
For
in
the
a
worst.
bad way, but
Maybe.
so that is what Neil Armstrong should have said on the moon for people who
Well, do
say
we
they're
have
Russian.
Thug finals where it versus.
What your quote?
No, no. No, it's versus the real quote.
Oh, right.
Or do we not
Well, it's
find
obviously better than the real
Yeah,
quote.
no,
it's
it's
better than the real
that's
quote.
Everything
free.
on this list was better than the real quote.
out? Yeah.
I don't
Everything.
understand the real quote.
What do you mean you don't
What do you mean?
understand
One
it?
giant leap for mankind.
What?
No, I know it's like a giant leap forward.
But he was
I guess
kind
I
of
do
wrong
get it.
because like we never went back to the moon, and what the hell do we
Yeah.
get from the moon?
Nothing.
Fuck
We
all.
went to space, though, at least.
Yeah, we'd already done that.
How'd we?
No, we
Probably not
landed
that
on
far.
the moon, though.
I know, but who cares?
No, well, that's a pretty big thing.
I reckon the space technology's been pretty handy. Satellites and all that. That's
Yeah,
probably-
but you
probably
don't need to go to the
propelled it.
moon for that. If they
Yeah.
made it into orbit, this is one giant leap. Yeah, true.
Do they get back?
If the moon's
Yeah.
so good,
That's
why
insane.
isn't there a moon
Do they
too?
what?
Got back from the moon.
True.
Oh, yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, they did.
They did. How'd they do that?
Oh, okay, we went back to the moon, yeah,
but
but they did in that time period. They haven't been back in a long time.
Yeah,
Sorry, I
it's
should
been
say.
a
The
long
Apollo
time.
missions were going there.
Since 72. Apollo 17. Yeah. Little education in here.
Wow.
Do you ever play Kerbal Space Program?
No.
What a game.
It looks like a good game.
It's a good game. It's like space simulations.
You're great.
That's why I got more screen time than my fat.
Yeah,
What did you think of the tournament format? That was a bit of a weird one.
That was
I
fun.
put
It was
together.
fun, but then, yeah, you do kind of just keep repeating.
Yeah, see, I
it was
didn't know
fun.
how it would go
I
in
liked
practice,
it.
but
Maybe next time, if you want to do a tournament, you should. This is way too much work. Make sequels for each one, so it's a slight change on it.
Oh, that would
so
be
it's like
great.
you see why they call me Armstrong, and then he like picks up the spaceship. You know, like it's you like advance.
Yeah.
wait for.
So you get better throughout the
But then
some
you
of
have to
them get
make-
eliminated
yeah.
in round one, but I've thought of 3 sequels for it.
Bit of
Well,
work.
that actually leads into mine, so we might as well go there because
right.
I've made a choose your own adventure story for you guys to play.
Okay.
And like you said, if one of the options don't get chosen, then
Oh,
I
shit.
wasted so much time.
Oh, God.
So let me get it up. I have to read it because
Got it on a laptop.
I wrote it.
I used to lose the 1v1s to those Goosebumps choose your own
Yeah, that's
adventure
what
books.
inspired this, the
I would
Goosebumps
always
ones.
choose the bad options, and then you like die on
Is it
like
wow.
a
Can
page
you even
played
win
that.
them?
yeah, there's
yeah,
there's
there's
good
a-
endings.
But then
I never
there's
did
a
that.
lot of bad ones, and then I think I would always be like, "Ooh, that sounds like a bad idea." Oh, but what if it works? And then it never works.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I've tried to emulate here. Those what inspired this. So there's a lot of reading here, so it's going to take a while. So just
I'm
get
ready.
comfy, relax, enjoy my story. I think I'm going to give you guys a couple of goes. So like if you get to an ending that we're not super happy with, then we can go back
And
and
we get to hear
experience
more of your
another one
story as
because
well.
you know you can see where you've made a mistake.
Unless
Can I
we
make a
nail it.
small suggestion?
You can make a large suggestion.
Okay, do we want to have one go each?
That's
Like if
kind of what I was
someone-
thinking. We'll go with that, and then you can.
Like if someone gets the bad ending, then we reset and
Yeah,
the next
yeah,
person
yeah,
takes
yeah.
over.
Oh, that's what I was
Ooh.
thinking at first. So we'll go with that.
Okay.
Do it.
Who's first?
I can go first
All right.
Jordan.
on my adventure.
Space Cadet.
Thank you, boys.
The intro's the same, so I'm not going to repeat it.
Yeah.
So just pay attention because it's
Okay.
very important lore.
I'm listening.
Becoming a starship pilot isn't easy. Not only do you have to have lightning fast reflexes, amazing calm under pressure, and a cool hat, but you also need one thing you can't be born with and can't buy, and that's experience. And unfortunately for you, every man and his cyberdog want the job, so you'll join any space crew you can, and that's how you ended up with this stupid gig. Why am I just a glorified delivery boy, you think to yourself? You finished top of your class, you made it out of your local system, and yet you're here delivering lemons? That's right, lemons. Turns out in the year 2424, due to universal warming, lemons are the only fruit or vegetable to survive, so now every star system has to order them in gargantuan amounts to avoid scurvy. Prices got sky high, so now it's your job to cart them around the vastness of the cosmos. They're expensive, so as the saying goes, only the winner gets a lemon. But you barely get a taste of that sour goodness on this spacecraft as the deckhand. All you do is take orders from the captain, or should I say, captains of the ship, Zaxxon. We must refuel the ship today, called one part of the Zaxxon. But we won't, called the other. So I guess it's up to you to work that one out, Decky, said the first. You see, Zaxxon is two individuals of a species of sentient beings that grow up in pairs and never separate. And while they think independently, they speak as one and never outwardly contradict each other. You are thinking about how much you're looking forward to getting off this glorified Uber Eats machine, when suddenly, a loud beeping comes on the dashboard. Distress beacon detected, distress beacon detected. A distorted and static-riddled voice message begins. So can someone make some static for me? Code red. Help immediately. Do not bring any vitamins. Over. Let me check the source of the transmission, said Zaxxon. Not that the message will have an intact geotag, muses the other half. Although it definitely doesn't hurt to check, he angrily... there it is. Perfectly intact, just as I thought. Both of them angrily looked at each other for a moment, and an awkward pause ensued. You break the silence. So, what does the tag say? Looks like the call came from one Hopwell Cathew, an amateur merchant with no criminal history. We should go help him out. Or we could not, but we probably should. Distress beacons? Code red? That sounds dangerous. But you are extremely bored. Do you encourage the captains to go and answer the call, or do you stay on your path?
Can I just chime in to say, this writing is great. I'm loving
I'm
this.
loving
Thank you.
Me too.
No vitamins. Yeah, take the call. Come on.
So you're going to go help?
Yeah.
You die instantly.
We gotta do it.
You remind the Zaxxon that they have a podcast. Imagine the story we're going to be able to tell. Exactly. They will get us so many patrons on patreon.com/underdogspod. I'm in. The Zaxxon finally agreed for once. You aren't sure if this is a good or a bad sign. You change course and head to the ruined moon of Tubu. Not much traffic passes through here since the discovery of gold on the Toctic system, so it's surprising that anyone's even out here. What is this Hopwell figure doing here? You're confused, but it beats refueling the ship, that's for sure. The moon gets larger and larger through the front window, and you start getting a little bit worried. Zaxxon turns to you, and for once, asks for your advice on the piloting of the ship. Where should we land the ship? The light side seems like the obvious choice, but the dark side would be more stealthy. Finally, if I make a good call here, it's going to look great on my resume as a pilot. Do you land the ship on the dark side of the moon or on the light side?
Oh my goodness gracious. The light side, I'll be more visible. Dark side. Mate, I'm going to go dark side. Kind of suss out the area first.
Are you a light theme or dark theme? Sorry.
No, that's fine.
No, we'll talk about it.
It's a simple question.
I kind of just keep it whatever the default is. So usually it's light, but
Wow.
on Discord it's dark.
Nice, good answer. The ship slowly descends into the murky blackness of the dark side of Tubu. Luckily, the ship has an amazing autopilot, and it touches down extremely gently. You consider clapping at the landing of the ship before you snap out of it and realize what is wrong with you. Cabin fever must be really setting in. After donning your spacesuit, you enter the airlock, ready to go see the mysteries ahead of you. The airlock door opens, and you step out of the ship into the pitch darkness, trying to stay stealthy. Unfortunately, you trip on a small pebble, fall over, and break your neck in a very embarrassing and uncoordinated way. The end.
Why'd you land there, you idiot?
Oh,
dumbass.
I was like, phew, if the spaceship didn't get a crash landing, and then I tripped.
All right, so
Yeah, well, it was
Jordan,
dark.
Yeah, that
Jordan
makes
Shouldn't have
sense.
gone in the dark.
That makes sense.
You're on a streak of one correct choice.
Drats.
Who's-
Well, maybe
who's jumping
it
in
was a
next?
bad from
I'll
the
go
start.
next.
Maybe it was
And
bad.
I'll go light side.
Oh, you can reset all the choices.
No, I'm liking Jordan. I think Jordan was onto it.
Okay, you think
Okay,
Jordan was onto
I'm
it?
going
I think
light
not
side.
accepting the call to help you, Peter, is going to be like you just get shot by some someone
you tell
standing
us
next
that?
to you.
No, Zack might choose
Okay,
it.
Zack-
Zack
there's-
might go back.
okay.
Okay.
All right, we go back. We kept our thumb in the pages of this story, so
Yeah.
we're going back to going the light side.
Yeah, going light side.
You quickly put on your spacesuit as you head towards the light side of Tubu.
Way smart.
You land and hop out of the ship, taking an extra large step over some loose-looking pebbles, and safely get out. That could have been dangerous. You see an ancient ruin
You
the distress
idiot.
beacon is coming from and head towards it. It's eerily quiet, and you can only hear your steady breathing within your suit. You enter the ruin. Yeah, that's good. You enter the ruin. There's abandoned space junk on all sides. Broken down buggies, rusty and abandoned spacesuits. At least, you hope they're abandoned, as you can't see through their reflective visors to make sure if they're really empty. Your pager is beeping, and you look down at it. You going to beep for me? Yeah, nice. It says you are close to the distress call. Great. What's not great is that you're now too close for it to tell you where to go, and there's a fork in the road. I'm not getting paid enough for this, you think as you look around.
Yeah.
The quiet of the station, broken up only by the beeping, is truly getting to your head. On the left, the path has a strange skull of a creature you've never seen before, at least twice the size of a human head with 3 horns projecting from it. On the right, the path is clear, but a strong gust of hot air is constantly flowing out of it. Which path will you take? So we got left with the skull or right with the hot air?
I would ask for your advice, Jordan, but you're an idiot.
Yeah, no, don't take my advice.
Yeah, let's go into the
Side
dark
advice?
side.
I'm going hot air.
Hot air.
Ooh, bad choice.
No, we'll see.
No, I'm telling you, this skull with the big horns, they're friendly guys. I know it.
You head down the passageway towards the hot air and find a starship, which looks to be in surprisingly good shape, with an extremely good-looking and humble fellow sitting by a cozy campfire roasting a marshmallow. What about that distress beacon? Oh, hi. Care to join me? Oh, I'm so lonely. I was so lonely and bored that I gave my beacon a go. It must have worked. Come on over. I just brewed the kettle. Are you serious? You think to yourself?
That's the hot air.
Well, at least nothing dangerous happened, and it didn't take too long. You enjoy a hot cocoa with Hopwell and head back to the ship. Later that day, you see on Space News that there was quite the commotion on the path we would have taken if not for the detour. That was lucky. Thank you, Hopwell. Oh well, let's get these lemons delivered. Your starship flies into the distance with you alive and a slightly better resume. The end.
Wow, he did it. He did it.
Jackson got a good ending.
Well done.
Oh my goodness.
Jackson got a good ending. Wow.
Should Zach still have a go?
Yeah.
Oh, is there more? Well, I don't think I'll take the path. I think I'll go right back to the start. Then.
Okay, right back to the... Okay, so we got intro. We've got distress beacon. Are you going to go help? Oh, you're not going to help.
Nah, fuck that guy.
Damn.
I got the feeling it's just some fucker with making tea, wasting my time.
Well, what's in it for us, you say to Zaxxon. Good point, they say.
Nice.
We would say that.
You can't help but feel a little bit bad for not helping an innocent and assumed good-looking person, but you do have a job to do.
Did you say assumingly good looking?
Yeah, well, you didn't see
I
him.
guess you haven't seen him yet.
I just thought of something. Jordan hasn't showed up yet, so there must be more.
There must be.
In somewhere.
It is me, the master.
Just as you begin to feel the guilt of abandoning poor Hopwell, the ship shudders to a halt, as if being held in place by a giant outside the ship. You hear Zaxxon yell out in a panic, "We're in a tractor! No, we're in a spaceship! Let me fucking finish! I was about to say we're in a tractor beam!"
Good.
We're
that's
getting
a joke.
pulled off track by a warship. Suddenly, you're all pinned to the floor as your ship starts moving upwards due to the tractor beam's pull. You can't move whatsoever due to the speed at which you're going up. You're going way too high. The G-force of being pulled upwards is so strong that you begin losing consciousness. Your vision fades and you wonder how you got into such a mess. You slowly awaken in an unfamiliar room, being held in a rear-naked choke by a terrifying creature in a blue robe and a white mask with
found
empty,
Jordan.
soulless black eyes.
Wait.
Yeah.
You look down and realize you're on the edge of a massive drop. You're too afraid to struggle against this silent blue creature at risk of falling off. A cheeky laugh from in front of you. You hear a cheeky laugh from in front of you, and you slowly tear your eyes away from the vertiginous drop to look up. Can you do the cheeky laugh for us, Jordan? Cheekier. Better. To see a face you thought you would never see in the flesh. Feeling trapped on the ledge, he chuckled.
Oh, I'm glad I went this way. Apart from being, almost dying.
It was the optimal one. The most infamous space pirate in the entire galaxy. You only knew his face from the wanted posters, but it was unmistakable. Thanks for the ship. I'll enjoy breaking it down like a Lego and using its pieces for more strategic purposes. Perfectly optimal as all things should be. But why stop there? I should take you apart, breaking you into your tiniest pieces and using you for whatever I deem most optimal.
Jeez.
Of course, your tiny mind wouldn't understand how glorious it would be to join my cause now, would it? I'm sure you're worried about meaningless things like living. I bet you think living is hype. Well, I don't care if it's hype. It's not optimal. Okay, clearly this guy has a few screws loose, you think.
Yeah.
So you think about the best way to get out of this. Should you try and take his side and agree with him? Or should you try and debate him?
Oh my god, I thought it was
So
going to
it's
end because you went the
Try
other
to
way.
agree or debate him.
Yes, do you agree that he's optimal or do you try and debate him? Do you try and
I'm going to echo chamber. I'm going to agree with him.
agree?
I feel like
Ooh.
you'd want that.
You
Yeah.
try taking his side, hoping he sees you as a useful ally and advisor.
I would try.
Yeah.
Well, great optimal one, you're right. I should not be selfish, and you may use me to do whatever you deem most
I
useful.
was going to kill you.
Oh, he will, he says, and laughs evilly. Thank you. He puts killing you for entertainment to his minions on the 1,000 options wheel and keeps you in his cell until it is chosen. You can't decide if you want it to land on that or not. Death or eternal imprisonment. The choice is not yours. The end.
Oh, no.
That's so funny.
So I only got one
Um,
option.
you got two.
One correct.
No.
No.
there
He
isn't
went
really.
the other
There's
way.
no real correct. There's good and there's bad
Yeah.
endings. That was
Jackson
that was
got a good
unfortunate.
ending and a streak
Oh
of two.
my
So I
goodness.
think he
Can we
wins.
find out what happens if we went the other?
Yeah, is there a lot of stuff that we would want to know the other way?
There's two more endings. Do you want to hear the other two endings?
Yeah, go on.
Did I do that? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So if you disagreed with him,
Yeah.
so if you try to debate with him,
Oh, you did like that debate.
you muster up all your courage and boldly state, Well, I think being hype is important. He laughs at you like you've just told the best joke of all time.
The best joke.
Best
of all
joke,
time.
come on.
Yeah, that's better.
Do you think the mighty Optimal One cares for the opinion of an emotional, suboptimal, and illogical creature such as yourself? But then you have a thought. Oh, Optimal One, why have you spent so long monologuing at me if you think my opinion is so bad? Wouldn't it have been optimal to just take me apart while I was passed out? Come to think of it, what the hell is this room? This is ridiculous. Seems quite suboptimal, no? A puzzled look curves across his face. Me? Suboptimal? Well, I do things for content, but then how can I be the optimal guy? He freezes in place, nothing moving except his eyes darting around trying to figure out the paradoxical situation he's in. Suddenly, with a popping sound, his brain implodes, creating a black hole swallowing him, you, and the rest of the universe. The end.
It does have that choose your own adventure energy where like
Just things happen for no reason.
the choices don't directly affect the consequences. I feel
There's no way to logic these things. They're
like you make a
stupid.
choice and something completely different happens.
Yeah, so that's the
I like
worst
it, though.
ending. So Jack,
black
as soon as
hole.
you said no to the distress call, you were gonna have a bad ending, and you picked the least bad one
Well done.
because you didn't destroy the universe. So that was good.
How many good endings were there?
Just one. Well done.
Oh wow.
What was the creature that was going to kill
Oh,
us?
yeah.
that was the other
Okay,
way.
so if you go
Yeah.
on the path with the skull, so we
Three-horned skull.
went
Yeah,
and helped.
right,
We went on the light side.
Yep.
Yep.
Then we went down the path with the skull.
Well, we didn't sound good from the news, space news.
Yeah, that's not good. Well, that was the tractor beam warship. That was the bad news.
Oh,
You press onwards past the weird skull. I sure hope that thing died of old age because I do not want to find out what killed it. You enter the room at the end of the path, and behind a desk, is what seems to be a beautiful woman. She's turned away, so all you can see is long brown hair and a slender torso.
Uh-oh.
A friendly voice echoes from her. Hello. It's been a long time since I've had a visitor. I think that skull was putting people off. Maybe I should clean up after myself.
Well, that sounds
He
good.
was so tasty, though. My name is Rays, and I live here with my 74 children, and they're so eager to get to know you.
Oh, this is so creepy.
You look around. There's not 74 children in here. Is this lady crazy? Should I get help for her? But before that thought fully finished, Rays seemed to be standing up, revealing her legs. All 8 of them. She was a giant spider. She laughed maniacally. You don't think a girl without a spacesuit was suspicious? I think you humans really are as stupid as the Optimal One said. You wonder who the Optimal One is, but before you finish your thought, you feel a stabbing pain in your hand. You look down and see tiny spiders all over you and realize one just bit you. That must be your 74 children.
Whoa.
I wonder if I'll get superpowers like Blimby Man. Maybe this is a good ending. Nope. Paralyzing poison. You are fully immobilized yet completely aware of your surroundings as Ray spins you into a web cocoon and darkness envelops you forever. The end.
Whoa.
Wow.
Damn.
Did you test this out on Sophie?
No.
I was going to say, if she got to that point and it's like, I'm Rays, and she's like, what? That'd be funny.
It is me.
Yeah, so that
Oh,
was...
great, Peter.
Wow. Good writing.
You're
Peter.
welcome.
that was fun.
That was fun. I spent way too long. That took way too long.
I was about to say,
That
that
was-
seems like
It
it took a
seemed
long
like it
time.
would take a very long time. That's better
Yeah.
than anything I've ever written. Ever.
Yeah, the immersion
Thanks,
was
thanks.
like,
So-
I think the time was well spent. I was very immersed.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. If it
All
was
right.
terrible, I would have cried.
Shall we do my segment?
The,
which is
the only note I have, if you gave us a script so that Jordan could read his
Yeah,
lines,
yeah.
I think that'd be pretty
I was
funny.
trying to think of how to do that without you guys being able to just see the
Oh,
options.
Yeah,
so
that
true.
makes sense. It
I was
would
trying to
work.
think of that. That would have been good.
Me and Jackson doing that.
Jackson.
Yeah, that was a great character.
Right.
All right, mine's pretty classic.
Education.
Yeah. 2 truths, 1 lie about space.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 of these are real
Well,
facts.
Sell it a bit better
One of them
than that.
is fake, and it's very exciting, and we're going to do it right now.
Wow,
What
that
about-
sounds great.
Earth, Mars, and Pluto.
Two
Yeah.
truths
It's
and a
one
lie.
lie.
Wow.
Because
So
Pluto's
good.
not a planet.
2 planets, 1 dwarf planet. Can you call the segment
Yeah,
that?
that's
yeah,
good, that's
okay.
good.
2 planets, 1 dwarf. So you got to figure out who the dwarf is.
No, dwarf planet.
Dwarf planet.
Dwarf planet is. All right.
2 planets and Tyrion Lannister. Who's the dwarf?
And I reckon you guys have to be a team. You gotta
Okay.
come to a conclusion together.
Yep.
And all right, here we go. Starting from the start.
Yep, great.
There is no dust on Pluto. There are currently 2 people stuck in space, and there are still footprints on the moon.
Oh,
One of these is a lie.
Dust on Pluto. Lie. I'm I'm pretty sure I know the other two are true.
Yeah.
I know the footprint one is.
So
'cause
there
it
is
never gets
dust on
wiped away,
Pluto,
and I
yeah.
know there's 2 people stuck in space.
How would there not be dust on Pluto? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, it is gas, right?
No, Pluto's rocky.
It's
Pluto's
ice,
rock?
I
Okay,
think.
great. Well, then I reckon you guys
I
have
just
got it.
think the other two are true, so that Pluto one.
Well,
must be a
okay,
lie.
I know that the 2 people were stuck in space.
Yeah.
And they were like in the news for being stuck in place a few months ago. Whether they've been pulled back and nobody told me about it,
I heard
don't
it was
know.
going to be like they were stuck for 8 or 9 months.
Yeah,
or
but
like
maybe
a
because it
very
was in
long
the
time.
Why are
news,
they
people
stuck?
decide to go get them.
I don't think people were not working on getting them
Well,
until it hit
they
the
could
news.
try harder.
NASA's like watching the news. They're like, oh, we should probably do something about that.
Oh, them.
I think they're on top of it.
No, but like if they did like the whole space race and actually got people to like the moon in that shorter time, surely you can yoink some people from the space station within a year.
Why are they stuck?
I don't know.
Uh,
Maybe Jordan
yeah,
can tell
I
us
don't
when he
know
tells
either.
us that that's the truth.
Yeah, so we're going with the Pluto one.
Ah, you got me. You got me. That is a lie. Yeah, there are currently 2 people stuck in space. Boeing got into like the space game or whatever, and their ship kind of had a bit of a issue.
Classic Boeing.
Yeah, this was in June, and they got to the space station. They were like, "We can't come back in this spaceship," and they're still up there. They were supposed to just be there for a week, but
Oh,
they've been
no.
there since June. And in February, there's a SpaceX mission that is going to get them back.
Right.
So they're
Boeing
getting
needs
kind of
to-
saved by their
So it's
competitor.
like when you miss the bus and then the next one doesn't come for 7 months.
Yeah, but it's like it would be like I don't know. It would be like I don't know. It's like their challenger. Like Boeing is trying to go up against like SpaceX and shit.
Yep.
But now like SpaceX is like coming to save the people that they got stuck.
They
There was,
call
all
it
taking
that,
the
there was
order.
all that shit about Boeing like having doors rip off and like a bunch of their space.
True.
Sorry, not spaceships.
Boeing stocks are
Yeah, a
in
bunch
a
of their
dirt.
airplanes were like found out to not actually be that safe, so they had to recall a whole bunch of them. And they were like getting a whole bunch of shit. So they're like, you know what? Let's go to space. And then they fucked that up too.
Yeah,
Like,
apparently they're kind of I don't know.
Stocks
not
are going
quality as much as
Yeah, well, they'll
Other
sue,
things.
won't they? The 2 people stuck.
probably.
I would
You could
imagine.
get some good
I bet
money.
it's in the contract. I don't
Oh,
think you can
true.
sue.
Oh,
I
yeah.
bet it's in the
But
contract.
imagine that you're supposed to go there for a week. You're there for what's June to Feb? Yeah, like
Yes,
8-9
yeah,
months.
7, 8
That's
months.
bad.
yeah, but like pretty cool still.
Maybe.
No, I know it's bad.
It'd probably
but
wear
It's
off.
an experience. It's absolutely an
Probably would.
I
experience.
think it would wear thin pretty
Yeah.
If you're gonna be stuck somewhere,
I think that if you had
Away
like
from your
decent
family,
like, amount
no-
of food and stuff, it probably wouldn't be so bad.
You wouldn't have good you wouldn't be able to play games.
good
Great
internet,
story.
bro.
All right, next one. The largest black hole observed is about 100 billion times the mass of the sun.
What's it, like 3 your mums?
Yep. Elon Musk decided to make SpaceX after watching a Simpsons episode where they made fun of Homer for wanting to make a rocket. And Einstein perfectly predicted time dilation before they tested it.
What was the first one?
The first one sounds
The
fake.
first
feel like
one was
it's
the
a-
largest black hole observed is estimated to have a mass of 100 billion times the sun.
That's such
They're
an easy
pretty
one
massive.
to change a trillion to a billion or
They're
something.
pretty big though.
No, but I think he might have just changed the number because the other two I think are real. That's
Oh,
my.
What do you
call.
think's fake?
I don't know about this Simpsons one. That sounds. I mean, it sounds on brand for Elon Musk,
Sounds
but it
very on
sounds.
brand.
I feel like I would know this, right? This is crazy.
I don't
much-
keep up with what he does.
Yeah.
The last one, I'm believing completely.
Okay.
I'm super on board for the last one.
What do you think's the lie, Jackson?
I think the first one's a lie. I think he's changed the number
majority
or something like
Sorry,
that.
Peter.
Go for it, fellas.
Oh, Peter was correct.
Ah,
Ah,
sorry.
I made
sorry,
that up.
Peter.
Elon did not watch The
I've
Simpsons.
source.
a good
I made that up.
yeah.
Sorry.
But yeah, the other two are real, including the time dilation. They tested that.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they were like, oh yeah, Einstein. He was.
That's
correct
why I
about
want
that
him on
little
my
math.
spaceship, man. He's my goat.
What a
Yeah,
guy.
him and Amy Schumer.
Yeah, my 2 goats.
For those who don't know, time dilation, it's like the time kind of slows down for you when you go faster, when you
Yep.
accelerate. Anyway.
Watch Lightyear. They do it well.
Oh.
Well, Interstellar much better, but Lightyear has it too.
Simple concept.
Yeah.
In
All
my
right.
idea.
If you're a kid.
It's a good story device, too.
Next one. If you are traveling at 99.99% of the speed of light and turn on a torch, it leaves you at the speed of light. The light leaves you at the speed of light.
Yep.
True.
There is currently an ant on Mars, and you can't burp in space.
The ant's such a lie.
No, what? I thought the burp was a lie.
What?
Why would you be able to burp in space?
Why would there be an
I
ant
think
on
because there'd be no
Mars?
pressure.
When you say in space, do you have a spaceship? Sorry, a space suit?
You're
Or like-
on the spaceship. You're out there
Oh,
You're on the space station, you can't burp.
Well, like you
But there's
physically
air
can't,
in
or you're
the-
just not allowed.
That I'm just keeping it. You can't burp.
I reckon the ant is true. I think Jordan knows about ants.
Would they get an
How did
ant
they get
onto
it there?
Mars?
In the they would have put him in the latest rover that they sent.
Wouldn't he have
They
died?
would not
Like
do
a little.
this.
I'm pretty sure they sent an ant farm to Mars. Actually, it's sounding more real to me. But if you can majority,
Not
me,
on Mars. In
I'm
space,
saying the
maybe.
lie is the burp.
No way.
I think I'm going ant.
ant.
There is no ant on Mars.
Yeah, what the hell is that? What the hell is that, Jordan?
Oh, that'd be sick though. That'd be
No, you
sick.
can't say what the hell is that because it got him.
Yeah, I can. What the hell, Zach?
Yeah, I mean nothing's got Peter so far.
Yeah, Peter's on.
I like space. I know a lot about space.
But yeah, you can't burp because apparently if you try to burp, kind of like on Earth, because there's gravity, the gas comes up and the liquid and solids stay in your stomach. And there's no gravity; it all just comes up together.
Oh, I see. So you
it's-
just vomit.
Yeah, you can't burp; you just vomit.
I see, and also with the light speed stuff.
Yeah.
A little fun way of thinking about why that makes sense is that you just imagine that you're standing still, the universe is moving backwards at 99.99% of the speed of light, and you shine the torch, and now the answer is obvious.
Yeah, because speed is relative.
Exactly.
because then it would be
Nothing
on-
has a real velocity.
Because then it's like, why wouldn't it travel away from you? But it's like you can just rephrase it into that mindset and
Yes,
it works.
well
So
done.
there's
You
no
figured that out.
situation where you turn on a torch and it's like a very slow beam of light because that sounds cool in my head.
No, that would be cool though.
Yeah.
Because nothing has an actual speed. Does that make sense?
Yeah, there's no definitive relative point, you
Yeah.
know? Like,
yeah.
I don't think we're gonna crack anything here.
Is there any ants in space?
I haven't
I think
looked
they've
that up.
put them in space stations. Like they've taken ant colonies and had them in zero gravity.
like
They
They
probably
might
don't
die.
last long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you really need to clear ants with the ethics community committee too much.
Oh, I just want to
True.
like how they even like get them there. Like once they're there, are they just dead?
Have you? There's in The Simpsons. There's ants in space.
Oh, well, that's real then.
Oh, that's probably what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, when you started saying like, I remember that's real. I'm like, oh yes.
There's that song, you know, that do 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 do
Yeah.
do.
Blue Danube.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the name.
All right.
With the ants.
If you weren't wearing a spacesuit in space, your eyes would instantly boil.
Yeah.
There has never been a Finnish person in space, person from Finland, and the space between Perth and Sydney is greater than the space between Ireland and New York.
What's that to do
How's
with
that got-
space?
Oh,
Space.
the space
The space
between.
between.
I think
The space between Perth and Sydney is
Is greater than the space between Ireland and New York.
I have no idea that one.
nah, that's gotta be fake.
I think that's fake because I'm just
The
trying to think about how long
Atlantic
it takes
is
to
big.
fly. Yeah, but
Would your
Australia's
eyes-
big.
Would your eyes
No,
boil?
no.
Yeah, that's 'cause of
no,
pressure.
Eyes boil.
They
is
boil because of
true.
pressure. Okay.
Well, your blood boils. I don't know about eyes because eyes aren't really a liquid per se.
What's the second one?
The second one was there's never been a Finnish person in
That's
space.
I reckon that's real.
Real.
I think the lie is the Ireland, New York myself.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I don't get to have a
But
say.
I'm not sure on this one because I'm trying to think of the flight time between those places and how long does it take to Perth to Sydney?
Jordan's got an inquisitive
4.5
look on his
hours.
eyes.
Yeah, it takes like 6 hours across the
You don't have
Atlantic.
to agree with me.
No, I agree.
All right, well done. You got me.
Yeah,
you guys
nice.
are killing the game.
Nice.
I feel like they're closer than you might
They're
think.
pretty close.
but
It's 3,290 kilometers versus 5,000 kilometers.
Yeah.
so
I think I
pretty
knew
close.
because I was talking to someone when I was in Iceland, which is quite close to Ireland. I would say maybe a similar distance, and they said it was like 6 hours from
Yeah.
I think east coast of
Oh,
America.
Well, yeah, I flew from Toronto, which is about in line with New York, to England. So that was very similar. So that's I had a
You
go through
forgot
it.
we've got Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldly.
Gets me again.
Imagine if you could go to Iceland in 5 or 6 hours. From fucking America too. Like you're not even
It's
crazy.
in Europe.
Perth
you just,
sucks. That's the only reason Perth sucks for me. I
Yeah.
reckon.
I agree. Yeah. If
Other than
Perth is
that,
just like
Perth is
in the
great.
middle of Europe.
Yeah.
Hell
Once
yeah.
we
Oh,
invent
yeah.
like
That'll be a bit scary,
teleportation,
though.
holy shit.
Oh my goodness.
Perth's gonna be popping.
Yeah. No Finnish person has ever been to space.
So
Rip
they're gonna
Finland.
finish last.
So true. And yeah, I didn't even know about this, but yeah, stuff boils quicker because of like air pressure.
Yeah, that's
Or
what
lack
causes
of air pressure.
boiling. Like if you go,
Yeah, I didn't know that.
if you boil stuff on top of like Mount Everest,
Yeah,
it boils quicker.
67 degrees is when water boils on top of Mount Everest. Fun fact.
It's
instead of
because
100.
if there's less air, like boiling is the liquid escaping into the air. So if there's less air, it's more willing to accept. It's a really simplified way of saying it, right? But
Yeah.
it's like the pressure holds it in the water, and if there's less pressure, then
It just
And
flies
so if
away.
there's no pressure in space, just instantly.
Yeah, your eyes just go and boil. Anyways,
That sounds bad.
for the next one, Will you guys be able to figure out the lie?
Oh, is that the tagline?
Genius
of this game?
tagline.
The first one is
Why did we get that halfway through the game?
Yeah. It's like we just got back from an ad break or something.
Yeah, that's...
all right. The first one is you get taller in space.
Yeah, I know that.
The sun
true, right?
was around 20,000 kilometers closer to the Earth during the Triassic period, and there has never been a Nigerian person in space.
Oh my god.
Okay, I reckon that one's the fake one.
The Nigerian.
Wait, there's supposed to be many people in space, isn't
But
there?
it's like, where's
Yeah,
the
no.
who's the Nigerian space program? Like, I think that you could be like a Nigerian immigrant who moved to America and then you went to the American, but then you're now American. You're not Nigerian anymore.
I still say you're Nigerian, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna say
I
But
guess.
still,
it's
that
a
seems
double
very
trick.
unlikely. You're probably right.
You know what I mean?
no. I think he's gonna think we're gonna say that. So I'm gonna say the lie is the second one, the 20,000 kilometers of the sun.
Yeah, what's your thoughts on that one?
I think that the Earth's orbit will be like changing a lot. So it's like, I don't know if you can really even quantify how close we are to the sun at any one
Might be
time.
true.
Because our
Is this
orbit
the
isn't
average?
perfectly circular.
Just so everyone knows.
Average.
The average.
Average.
Orbit?
Like over a year or whatever.
Yes.
I don't know how you'd measure that. Oh, well, they didn't have measuring tapes back then.
Yeah, well,
That's how we do it now.
Dude, you say so much like smart shit and then just drop a bit like that.
I don't know.
I don't know about this one either.
Just
the
go with
first
me
one's
then.
true. What did you say is the fake one?
Put it all on me. I said the sun 20,000 Ks is a lie. I think it's different to that.
I think the Nigerian one's a lie, so I'll let you decide.
I think I'm going with Zach. I think that one's a lie. The
Which
sun
one?
distance.
Ah, you're going again.
Yeah, let's go, Zach. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Apparently, the Earth is slowly moving further away from the sun, like very slowly, but not
Not that
20,000
much.
kilometers.
That's not even much
Damn
for
it.
space.
No, it's not.
So it must be very
it's
slow.
very. I think it was like 3 centimeters a year or something.
I've never seen the sun get smaller over
Yeah.
my life.
Yeah.
so-
True.
So
So
true.
true.
So
Thanks.
true.
So true.
Well, I was thinking as well, because you know how the universe is expanding, so I thought the sun would get further away, but that's not how it works.
so there has
No.
been a Nigerian in
That's
space.
not how it works.
no, because I said there has never been a Nigerian
Oh,
in
I
space.
misheard you, that's
so
why I
that
got
was
it wrong.
true.
Yeah, that was true.
Sorry,
The
I
old
got it
double
complete-
negative.
Yeah, I got done by that.
But yeah, because gravity kind of overtakes the universe expanding. Yeah. Anyways,
I understand physics. Anyway,
No one was asking for an explanation.
nobody
to be
actually
honest.
understood that anyway.
there is a Nintendo Switch on the International Space Station.
Oh, 100%.
Nintendo Switch, that's pretty recent.
Yeah.
Jupiter
Okay.
has 95 moons.
Dude, so is Boeing going, though. That's recent.
And
You guys lock in.
Neptune was found using maths.
All right, Neptune was probably found during maths, and I don't reckon Jupiter's got that many moons.
I reckon
Jupiter's
it's
got a lot of moons.
95?
Dude, we know moons.
I'm doing this strategy where I just lock in mine first, and then I don't feel any pressure.
Yeah. What
On
was the
the
first one
decision.
again?
There is a Nintendo Switch on the
I reckon
International
that's
Space
not true.
Station.
Why would they take that?
Well, they need entertainment, otherwise they're going to go crazy.
yeah, but I reckon they take cards or something that couldn't fail because
Oh, that's a good point, because
the
then you have
chance,
to
like,
repair
if
it.
it just
and
gets
shit.
like Joy-Con drift. It's like, well, we can't play this shit anymore.
True. Do you reckon accelerometers straight up wouldn't work, so they couldn't use motion controls?
I reckon it's not a Switch. They'd take like an old. If they're gonna take a gaming console, it'd be like an old one that's gonna hold up. I think.
No, I'm still saying the lie is that's too many moons.
I
I
think the
think
Switch.
they're discovering new moons of Jupiter all the time is the thing. Because I remember last time I heard about it, it had like 70, and I wouldn't be surprised if I found another 25 since then.
Yeah, it could be more, could be less. I'm just saying it's not 95.
I'm going with the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, so a Switch it is.
You guys got me again.
Yes! Let's
well done.
fucking
There's
go.
no
Well
Switch.
done, team.
Yeah. Like apparently they're just constantly finding more moons because it was like, yeah, now it's up to 95. And Neptune was found using maths where I forgot they were trying to look at another planet and they're like, oh, okay, it should be here. Let's look, and it wasn't there. And they're like, shit, there must be another planet.
Yeah, they felt like
And then there was
noticed
Neptune.
its gravitational pull or something affecting other things or something like that.
Yeah,
That's
they were like, shit,
very
there needs to
cool.
be another planet right here. And then they looked, and there was Neptune.
That's where you discover Uranus. And someone's just shoved their ass in
Yeah.
the telescope, like, there should be something right here. And then someone's like, got him.
Oh,
Got
Uranus.
Why is it called Uranus?
Probably because
I
that's how
don't
they
know.
found it.
Do you guys not
Google
know?
it.
I'm pretty
I have
interested.
no
What,
idea.
how did that happen?
It must have been something else in another
No,
language or something.
Vsauce did a video. It's meant to be pronounced like Uranus, and I think it's
Oh,
based on one
Uranus.
of the gods.
Like I was about to say, it sounds a bit like Latin, Greek god sort of thing,
Yeah.
something like that.
That's what most of the planets
That
are named
makes
after,
sense.
so that would check out.
All right.
Yeah, because one of the planets, I forgot which one it was, but it used to just be called like something about King George
Right.
because he was like, "Oh yeah, we'll name this planet after me," and then they
George's
changed
place.
It might have been Uranus actually.
Uranus,
Anyways.
yeah, from Greek mythology, the god of the heavens and the sky, and a symbol of masculinity.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
It
why I
really
like it
lost
so
its
much.
power, didn't
Yeah.
it? Okay,
Let's bring that back.
Uranus fell off.
Uranus.
light moves through a body of water and space at the same speed. Voyager 1 is still sending back data.
That's
If
true.
you
That's
guys don't know
true.
what Voyager
Yeah.
1 is, it's,
I do know Voyager
okay,
1.
Very
Yeah.
good.
Come on, mate.
And the coldest temperature ever measured in the universe was on Earth.
Hold on. What is Voyager 1 still, or is it too far now that we've lost it and it can't send anything back? I kind of feel like I might have heard
I
that.
think
First
that.
one's the lie.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm with Zach on this one.
What was the first one
I think
again?
Voyager is sending
Light-
stuff back.
Moves through water and
That
space
didn't sound
at the
right.
same speed.
That didn't sound right. But I feel like maybe Voyager 1's not sending stuff back, but I think the first one's more likely not true. But you two have already thought
I know
the
that
first one.
light, like when it hits water, it like changes its angle, which I think
I
would
think
also maybe affect
light-
its speed.
Kind of does change speed through mediums, despite that being there's a speed of light, which is I think it does because I think in some technology they use like special glass stuff that slows it down. I've heard about that. So if that stuff can slow it down, surely water slows it down just less.
So
And I know the cold thing. It's not that
That's true.
It's not that we have the coldest thing in the universe. It's just that we've recreated the coldest temperature possible. So we're like, yeah, it can't be.
what was the
colder.
last one, sorry?
The last one was, the coldest temperature ever measured was on Earth.
Yeah, we're good at making things really cold. It's probably for the
Yeah, how would we even measure it? If
With
it
a
was somewhere
thermometer?
else? No, somewhere else, I mean.
with a thermometer.
I think we just
a really long
achieved,
one.
we achieved the coldest thing physically possible because it's like the atoms are not moving anymore.
No, we haven't achieved absolute cold. I don't think so. But you get like 0.1% of
Then
it. Or
how do we
something.
know it's the coldest in the universe?
Well, it's
Measured.
been measured.
Oh, well,
So it
first-
has
first
to be-
one's the lie.
Okay, it's either one or two, but I'm out.
I think they've made a temperature colder than the background temperature of space.
Ooh,
I think,
That seems cold.
and then
Anyway.
anything is warmer than that.
that's cool.
All right, you guys are correct.
Let's
well
go.
done.
Let's go.
Yeah, light. Even though light, when it hits water, it's still moving at the speed of light. It's just bouncing off so much shit to get through it. It like
I
moves
see,
through
I
it slower,
see.
if that makes sense.
That's cool.
Voyager 1 is still sending data. It broke for a bit, and then they like fixed it and it started working
How?
again. I don't know how that
Oh.
works.
I call tech support, and they can't help me.
It's a really long, what's
Yeah.
it called? Spanner.
There was like a few months where Voyager 1 like stopped.
Yeah,
But
okay.
apparently it's still like, it predicted like officially to have like next year as its last year to be sending back data.
Maybe
And
that's
then
what I
like,
heard. Because
can't
I watched a
anymore.
documentary about Voyager 1, and I remember hearing something about stopping data.
Imagine it finally makes it far enough and we hear like the first part of aliens saying like we're coming to fuck you up and then it just cuts
And then
off.
it cuts.
It's like, oh, it's too far away.
dear.
Oh no.
And it's got all that info on the fucking disc.
We're gonna invade you unless Oh
Yeah, the disc is a crazy play. Hey,
It is a crazy play. Yeah, for those who don't know, like on Voyager 1, which is like this little ship we just like sent out into the universe, they made like a disc that just has like a bunch of pictures. It's got like where Earth is in the universe, like,
what humans look
explained,
like.
us like proving that we know
that
mathematics.
thing is getting scratched somehow.
Isn't there a golden
It's
vinyl
got
as
a good
well?
knob.
It is. It's a
Right.
golden disc thing. That's what it is.
Oh, but is there music on there as well? I swear to God, there's a
I
music
swear
one.
there is music.
Maybe.
Maybe that's on Voyager 2.
Yeah, no,
I don't know if
it's
they have record
outdated.
players out there.
No, I think they just like printed what they thought represented music, and they were like,
Oh, they showed we have invented arts and stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But it's really a hard thing to do because it's like, how do you describe that to something that doesn't speak
Yeah.
any language you can conceptualize? So they've done their best to describe that. You know
I
what
feel
I
like
mean?
there's a vinyl on there. Is that me
Me
making
as
that
well.
up?
I
You could
feel
just
like I
put in
remember
a
that.
tin whistle. That shows we've invented music.
Well, what if they don't have air where they come
Yeah,
from?
they can't blow on
No
it.
air. I was thinking like surely
Like-
they could figure it out eventually, but no air's a big one.
That would suck.
There's some really interesting ones like
No, it would
that stuff.
blow.
Like
Nice.
how do you communicate with something that you don't know what they think of? It's
And
The
yeah.
golden record.
Oh,
What's it got on it? Espresso.
While
by
Jackson's
Sabrina
looking that
Carpenter?
up-
Bangarang? No.
yeah. While Jackson's looking that up, they managed to make something that was only 1/38th trillionth of a degree above absolute zero,
Yeah.
which is insane.
Imagine alien life has no reference and they're spending years trying to figure out what salsa on my balls boy means. Bangarang.
Oh, you want to know what songs are on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Playback. Is it actually possible to? Oh, they have a diagram of how to build a.
A vinyl player, like a
Yeah.
record
Sick.
player.
That's
Where-
crazy.
How would you understand the diagram? This is stupid.
It'd be
And
like
there's
IKEA
like-
style where there's no words. It's just some guy.
Yeah, but then like you gotta explain
I
like
feel like this is
this
just-
metal is what like iron, which is this is how you know it's iron because of the chemical. the
Yeah,
amount of
exactly. And then like,
atoms,
what does that mean?
I reckon they could work it out.
How many more do we have, Jordan?
One more.
Okay.
To finish it off. In high school, I wanted to be an astronaut. Mars has a volcano, and monkeys went to space before humans.
This is a crazy last one. The monkey thing I know is 100%.
I think Jordan did want to be an
Mars.
astronaut. I think I remember him saying he wanted to be an astronaut, or a YouTuber, and a YouTuber was just easier. It was NBA player.
I'm almost certain Mars is a volcano too. So
Okay,
Isn't
maybe I'm
Mount
actually wrong.
Olympus the biggest mountain? And is that a volcano or
I
is that
thought it was a
just a
volcano.
mountain?
I'm just gonna lock in first one's the lie, so you guys can pick.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think Jordan
I'm
wanted to be
picking-
an astronaut.
you're right.
He's very grounded. Not a pun, not
Yeah,
intended.
when you're
but like
when you're
as
a
a
kid,
person,
when you're a kid, you're a bit different.
Yeah,
but
but-
yeah, I think you're right.
I don't
It's
reckon
gotta
Jordan's
stem from-
changed much when
I
he was
reckon he
young.
wanted to be an ant.
I think it was an
And they
NBA
don't go
player
to
or a
space.
YouTuber.
You guys have 100% into the quiz.
No, we got
Yes,
one
we got
wrong,
one
didn't we?
wrong.
Oh, really?
I mean, I didn't, but
No.
you guys.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Oh, that's Simpsons one.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
We got done by
I forgot
Elon.
about that. But yeah, no, I never wanted to be an astronaut. Seebs.
What did you want to be?
Was
Yeah,
it NBA player or
Jackson
YouTuber?
got me.
Yeah.
NBA player and YouTuber. So
He wanted to
one
be
of
on
them worked
Lego
out.
Masters, but he couldn't put the pieces together.
Yeah, too hard.
Yeah, Mars has the largest volcano in the galaxy.
Yep.
Shout outs to that.
Is it called Mount Olympus? I think I got that
I
name
can't
wrong.
remember. I can't
Something else.
Mount Olympus,
Mount Olympus is a real one in Greece, isn't it?
Olympia.
It's something.
And monkeys did go to space before humans.
Yep. I don't think they came back. Or maybe they did.
There was a lot.
A lot-
there
a
was
lot
a
didn't.
lot that died.
Oh, Olympus Mons.
Olympus Mons.
There you go.
Shit.
That was pretty good.
So there's
Okay.
a bit about
size
space.
of the entire state of Arizona and 21 kilometers high, twice as high as Everest.
Wow.
Crazy. Yeah, it's weird how the coldest temperature, like, the universe isn't that cold, but, like, just with maths, they're like, this is the lowest temperature that is possible.
Yeah.
There's like,
Yeah,
oh.
that seems crazy. You can figure that out.
Yeah.
Science is crazy like that.
Well, even, like, time, like, how does it, Einstein just like, yeah, time dilation, that should work. And then they, like, test it, and they're like, whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
Dude,
how do you even think
Those
that?
people are just like people that figure out shit for the first time. That's insane.
The physics, it's with physics
That
and
they go,
stuff is
oh,
so
this
cool.
is gravity. That's what's keeping us here. Like they figured it out. I find that
Yeah.
insane. I don't know how you do that with no context almost.
It's kind there's a bit of that in, what's that, the nuke movie? Oppenheimer. There's a bit of that at the start when they're just doing maths and they're like, yeah, let's just blow everyone up.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of it in Interstellar.
Yeah.
If you want time
Yeah.
dilation,
Math
there's a
movies.
lot more.
I like theoretical physics a lot, honestly. I could talk about it for days. This has been a very intellectual episode for some reason.
True.
I
Yeah.
feel like the first 45 minutes was not at all.
Actually,
The
that's
last
true.
15
Amy
minutes-
Schumer. You're taking Amy Schumer.
It came around and yeah, we hooked him and then we got that bit of knowledge.
An intellectual
Yeah.
answer,
That's-
Amy Schumer.
That's what you get on the A Bit About podcast. And tune in next week because the options we might be talking about is cards, hotel, dance, or a new option which we're going to think of right now.
We're going to
And-
reveal
the
to you.
patrons?
Well, nah, I think the patrons just spamming them is not a good system. We should probably just pick one.
Okay.
I
Will
reckon
Jackson
it's
have a
funny.
look and reveal
Well,
the
they
new
all
one?
just spam. If they started, if it doesn't work.
Anyway, if you
You're right.
want to vote for next week, head on over to patreon.com.
Peter, what's the first one you just saw?
All
Quick.
right.
It was cement.
Cement.
It was cement.
Where do I go, Zach?
Where do I go? Interrupt
No,
as I'm trying
sorry,
to plug.
we've got it now.
You could have just chosen. Instead, you interrupted me to
No, because I saw
Zach, where do I go? I
sports.
still don't know. Let me know.
Patreon.com/underdogspod.
Thank God.
Become a member
I need to send them my money.
and you can vote.
Phew, I was wondering what the site was.
I hate this $5. I hate it.
This $5 is just burning
Burning
a hole in my
yes.
pocket.
Weighing down my giant pants.
All right. And so what's getting added to the poll?
I saw cement first.
Fucking cement.
Yeah.
Cement.
Cement, dance, cards, and hotel. Get there. Get the poll.
All right. So it
And
looks
where
like
do we go?
next week we're going to be talking about fucking cement.
Patreon.com/underdogs.
Or dance.
Pod?
Or
Underdogs.
dance.
Or
Could be
cards.
dance.
Please don't vote.
Don't- please
vote
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Don't.
Space.
It's winning now.
Something.